Kevin, you're a charterite, which ostensibly stands for good government practices, and you also have made restoring transparency a part of your platform. The current city council voted, I believe, at least 5 members in favor of it, for abolishing separating a question. Without going into all the boring details, it basically makes it much harder for citizens to mount referendums. 2 charterites voted in favor of that. If you were elected, first of all, what do you think about that? And if you were elected, would you do away with that?
Kevin, good question, but transparency in government is what's important. I'm not somebody that's, and charter in general is not a group that is in favor of governing by referendum. We don't need a California and Cincinnati. What we do need is a city council that is open and honest with its citizens. And we need not to give up the power, not to cede the power, to call a question up to the council for a vote. Right now, the council itself, through enactment of the rules of council at the beginning of their session, the first vote they took in December of 2011, they gave up the power to bring anything onto the agenda. They gave that power to the mayor. That's wrong. That's what I'm talking about when I'm talking about transparency.
Okay.
A pocket veto.
Exactly.
Carolyn, your question.
Many citizens get very discouraged when all the involvement that they can have in the budget is coming to a budget hearing and having 2 minutes to say something at the end of the process. What would you propose to make the city budget process more effective? How involved should citizens be in formulating the city budget?
Well, anything that we do would make it more effective, because right now it is completely ineffective. You cannot actually even consider doing a $1.5 billion annual budget in the space of a month. 600 to 900 pages of mind-numbing budget document cannot be analyzed appropriately in that amount of time. One of the things we need to do is start at day one on our budget. Council's role is to decide policy. We decide policy through the budget priorities that we obtain. If we don't address those from the first, then we won't get there. Specifically, we need to ask citizens to help us research. I know the Rookwood 6 group did some excellent work on the 4-year term deal. We need to expand upon that.
Okay, thank you so much. No, that's fine. And finally, Herman, your question.
You mentioned a few times transparency in local government. What specifically would you do to bring more transparency to government?
We would change the rules of council, the first vote in December of 2013, to say if a committee of council approves an ordinance, approves a motion, then it will go on to the agenda of council to be voted on, to be discussed by all 9 members, and we will have that vote within 30 days. Further, what we will do is we will not allow a quick calling of the question so that it cuts out open debate at the council level. We need to listen to all 9 members of council. No one has a monopoly on good ideas. I don't have all the best ideas. No one does. We need to take the best ideas that each person has, synthesize them, and that's how we're going to come up with the best solutions.
What is the number one quality of life issue that needs addressing throughout the city? The number one quality of life issue that needs addressing throughout the city. Mr. Flynn.
Thank you so much. Safety. Being safe. Having the perception that we are safe has to be our number one priority. We can't have babies killing babies out on the streets and expect our city to grow. We can't have 10 fire companies being closed down every day, slowing down the response times. 11 and a half years ago, Cincinnati Fire Department came to my automobile accident. They cut me out of the car. If that company had been closed, I may not be here talking to you today. We have to do a great job on public safety. Thank you.
Very nice.
I love Cincinnati. That's why I'm running. 3 most important issues facing the city: the budget, the budget, and the budget. We have to get that under control. I'm Kevin Flynn. I may be sitting down, but I'm standing up for Cincinnati. Thank you.